Alright guys, welcome back. This is Group C. This is the losers match. This is where you gotta get a little bit worried for your favorite players. Of course, one of these two will be knocked out of the tournament entirely, and the other will go on to fight against TLO in the final match, in the final best of 3 of this group. The big question, of course, is going to be who walks away clean. Spawning here in the bottom left corner of the map, coming from Fnatic, hailing from Europe. It is going to be the incredibly handsome, the overly selfied red Protoss player Harstem.
The bottom right, as the blue Terran, it is Supernova.
Of course, recently joining Root Gaming. Root for Root! And all those wonderful things. I have no idea how this is going to play out, quite frankly. If this was a standard Terran player, I gotta tell you, Harstem, easy peasy. But this isn't. This is the guy who will sometimes go mech versus Protoss. This is the guy who's been abusing all the new maps, and a lot of players haven't been. I mean, this could also be a very standard game out of Supernova. I don't know. This is what I love about casting him. This is what I love about watching him, especially when he streams too. Because he does things slightly out of the ordinary without making it weird and cheesy and that of a... You know, he's far from players like Ruff or Lily Canine as far as Terrans go, but he's a very unique player, and I'm really curious how this is going to play out, quite frankly.
Well, we had two really fast EVZs. Solar just choosing to not all in every game, but certainly pile on the aggression. I mean, maybe the first game.
Solar choosing to be the apprentice to life as far as Lings go.
Right? Yeah, just using nothing but Lings all the time, every day, to do whatever he wants.
Like, you see games like that, and the first thing I think of is like, okay, if I ever play ZVZ, that's all I'm gonna do. Because Solar made it look so easy. And then I'm gonna get my face wiped by like some...
And then you just get destroyed, absolutely destroyed. Yeah, I mean, you know, TLO didn't look like he had a tough time, but, you know, suddenly, you know, TLO tries to, you know, return the aggression, and you can see, like, how much of a tough time he did have compared to Solar, but Solar being as boss as he is, and the good luck charm of having to, you know, be pressed for time, apparently, in this tournament, I don't know, gets through first. Harstem, Supernova, I don't know.
This is a funny pylon placement. I don't know, it's not a big deal, but just interesting to see.
Well, it's certainly good for, you know, putting tech back there. I don't know about warping in back there.
Well, Harstem has kind of done the anti-Reaper build location. I like this a lot. For those who don't know what this means or what this does, basically the Reaper can't wrap behind the mineral lines and escape the mothership core in that regard. So you kind of have to get out of the base. But this is kind of cool. This is like, are we casting Jakshi right now? No one else does SCV stuff like this.
Oh, but it's so good on this map. This little, like, ledge thingy,
Yeah.
I hate it. You know, you put, like, your supply depot over there, and, like, the mothership picks it off, or mutas pick it off. Like, hate it.
Yeah, for those who don't know what we're kind of talking about here, a lot of Terran players rely heavily on scouting, and because Supernova did not invest in a Reaper, this SCV staying alive and in the base, most importantly, is going to be a huge deal, because right around the 7-minute mark, we're going to see him go back for a scout, look what's going on, and Harstem, there's no reason for him to look up here, quite frankly. Doesn't kill the SCV over here, but it's a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, awkward mothership. He might kill the SCV.
Well, actually, yeah, this is the advantage of these close spawns, right? Like, there's 3 Marines out, they can deal with the mothership core, but...
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, a Warp Prism or an Oracle, and that's what Harstem is getting, a Stargate. In these positions is pretty good.
Yeah. Oracle could be quite abusive. We've seen it against Terran players, certainly. We saw Puck yesterday actually whip out, like, was that 5 Oracles? I don't think we're going to see that out of Harstem, but we saw the effectiveness that they have, certainly, over Terran players. Now, because Supernova's actually gone for things like Hellions quickly, and, I mean, a potential drop to follow it, he's actually not going to have the Marine count to deal with this. If Harstem goes 1 Oracle, okay, maybe he gets saved off because there are 6 Marines. If he goes 2 Oracles, I think Supernova's in a lot of trouble. Well, actually, no, he'll have turrets for the second Oracle. Take that back.
Yeah, he'll have turrets, but I mean, certainly even with the 1 Oracle, they do a lot of damage, and if the second Oracle does follow up, even if there are turrets, like, it can still do a lot of damage. I mean, two Oracles can take down SCVs before they even take, you know, hull damage to a turret, so it's possible, you know, but as it is going to be ready well before the first one even arrives, it'd be hard-pressed to find a reason to get a second one.
Well, first one's
Oh, it's a Hellion drop. I thought it was going to be What Am I drop. But no, lots and lots of Hellions all day.
This is more like an old school build, right? Like you normally have like what 7 Marines in the medevac. You come across the map with 4 Hellions, drop in the natural. When everything responds, you run the Hellions into the main. Well, I guess in this instance into the main. Normally it's the other way around, but. I mean, quite frankly, Harstem, as long as he's looking at the front, 1 force field keeps all those Hellions out, and this is not an issue. But he's going to lose a couple probes here. Actually,
really greedy.
overcharge.
It looks like he's trying to take a greedy third. I don't know.
Oh,
well, he did just...
He's not force fielding off, so now there's 6 Hellions in the base, and... Oh, guys, Protoss players struggle to deal with Hellions in a big way. Loses the Sentry right away. Overcharge not quite ready for round 2, but the Oracle comes back home, and this might be just what he needs, because Oracles deal bonus damage to the Hellions. You guys will notice he's diving the Stalkers through the Marines. It seems like a mistake, but it's kind of a necessary evil, because, man, Hellions just wreck probe lines.
You know, the other choice for Super... Well, he does it anyways, so... I was about to say, like, usually we see a dive on the probe lines with the Hellions, not a straight-up engagement with the Stalkers, and now he did both. He killed the Stalkers, he killed a lot of probes, he's maybe gonna get the Mothership Core before it has enough for a overcharge, 100 energy, go do it! There it goes.
Okay, so a little bit hectic for Harstem. I mean, you guys might be wondering too, like, why did this new Protoss not just warp in some... Oh, there's still no overcharge running in the main. Some Zealots to deal with this, and that's because, of course, Hellions deal so much bonus damage to the Zealots. I mean... This is something that all Protoss players do struggle with in the early game. Harstem, despite losing 12 workers, actually held this off relatively well, specifically considering just how badly it caught him off guard.
In terms of workers, yeah, but he did lose a ton of Stalkers. What, 5, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, my concern too is we got the Twilight Counts instead of a Robo, right? So it's not going to be a fast Colossus build, which could be a bit of a problem too. He's gone for a bit of the old school. I guess hoping Supernova doesn't really abuse Widow Mines. If he is going to go for Storm Charge, that is. Although, Blink, you know, you can Blink from this ledge to the natural, which is kind of... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's going to be Blink. Ah! Harstem, I hate you. I hate you.
Did the Oracle... Oh, the Oracle died. He wants it for a relation.
Yeah, he was sadly... Well, he's going to need high ground vision, too. But yeah, the Oracle is trying to fight off those Marines with the medevac.
Well, I mean, certainly that's a position that you can't abuse, and that's pretty cool to see. I was thinking more for... I mean, he got this really greedy third base. He got the base, like, while the attack was happening. I thought that was very surprising. But, you know, I got up. Now he has triple pro production to make up for any deficits he did take, and he's already well far ahead of Supernova again now.
And that's a big thing, too. Like, Harstem, without an observer, he's not going to identify that this isn't a quick third CC. Well, now one's coming down on location, but, I mean, Supernova really prioritizing that production. Okay, Oracle. It needs to live. Revelation, okay, cool. Maybe a couple kills, okay, cool. But that Blink, I can't stress, guys. A lot of Terran players don't know this, but you can Blink from this ledge. It's close enough and it's abusive enough. And you only need to get 4 Stalkers in there to one-shot an SCV. You start running circles, and, I mean, you sometimes can't even kill the Stalkers before they're back out of the base. Oh, but he sees the medevacs. This is huge. Revelation. Nice.
Harstem, you know, still hasn't chosen a splash tech. You know, he's getting Blink, and there's no Robo, so it'd take a really long time to get up Colossus, but there's also not a Templar Archive, so just depending on a cannon as well as gateway units is not usually very effective.
Well, this is actually losing quite a few of the Stalkers. Blink's still not done yet, but the Stalkers going down means he's got nothing to actually use the Blink with afterwards. Harstem's Overcharge will not stop this attack. I mean, normally Overcharge is good, but that's before this medevac's out. That's before Stim's done. This is an instance where it's not going to be the auto defense.
Yeah.
Oh, destroys those warpins as well with that pylon going down. This is looking worse and worse for Harstem. That +1 weapon's really kicking ass.
I think the cannon's going to save his third and save the game for now, but again, not about the probe kills, about the army kills. Harstem has he's never been able to get a big army.
He lost the Oracle again as well. I mean, he's going for a really old school opening, but he's never going to get to that point of storms, I don't think. Not if this level of harass keeps up. Yeah,
it is interesting to see storms, though.
Hey, this really is an older school build, but Blink, no.
There was like these builds, and he got the third so fast that you get like a much faster third than the Terran player expects, and you really power up with a lot of gateways and a lot of gateway units, and you know, you just have too many gateway units. You don't actually need splash that much. But he lost so many Stalkers consistently. I mean, 7 in the beginning, and then 7 more here. Obviously, like he never actually had a big gateway count. So I think Supernova just had a really good build against what Harstem was planning.
Yeah. Well, that's only game number 1.